Kayla here with Alaska Fly Fishing Goods. Today I'm here to talk to you about how to build a standard bead fishing rig using a tapered leader. Today I am using the Rio salmon steelhead pre-tapered 8-pound leader. I have attached it to my fly line, and now I'm going to show you how to build the bead rig. So the first step in all of this is that you have to choose what bead you're fishing. So today I just chose a 10 millimeter orange clear bead to show you with. And I slid that onto my leader. So that's sort of your first step, is that you slide your bead onto your leader. It's fine to be free sliding for a little bit. We'll change that in a minute. The second step when you're building your bead rig is to tie your hook on. You can use a variety of different hooks. Today I'm just using a C14S, kind of a standard glow bug hook. And so I also already put my split shot on. So here is sort of the standard bead rig. You have your split shot, you have your hook, you have your bead. The big thing is that you really want to, I prefer to peg my bead. Alaska regulation states that you can either fish a bead whether it's pegged 2 inches away from the hook or free sliding. And so it's sort of a personal preference. I prefer to peg my bead myself. And so I will dig into my fly box. Today I'm just using a Trout Beads pre-tapered peg. These ones are pretty great because you can see that they're tapered on both ends, and so you can use them more than once. And so as you take this step, you plug the peg into the bead and pull it tight. And then you can sort of adjust where you want that bead. Like I just said, 2 inches is kind of the standard. I usually do like a couple fingers, and that's about as good as I need to go. And so as you pull that peg tight, you can pretty simply then just take your nippers and clip off the ends of that peg and save them for later. So now you have your hook and you have your bead on your line. The next step that I usually go with is that I put my split shot on. And so generally speaking, when you're adding your split shot to a leader for a bead rig, you generally want the split shot to be about 12 to 18 inches away from the hook. And so that gives it the ability where the split shot is the part that's hitting the ground and the bead is then free sliding down the river, free floating down the river, mimicking a salmon egg. The last bit to building your bead leader is that you can use a strike indicator if you'd like. And so I do have an airlock indicator here. When using an indicator, the big thing with this is just to know what the water depth that you're fishing is. So if you're fishing in 2 feet of water, you generally want your thingamabobber or your airlock bobber to be about twice the water depth. So if you're fishing in 2 feet of water, you generally want it to be about 4 feet above your bead, and so on and so forth. And so that's kind of the gist of it there. So as we look at my full bead leader all made up, we have the hook with the bead, we have split shot, and we have our thingamabobber sitting at the top.